Hello, my name is Jasmine Johnson. Today is February 5th, 2018, and today I will be explaining the four different types of bones, and I will also give you two examples of each of those types of bones. So first I will start off with the long bones. The long bones are cylinder-like shape. They're longer in their length than they are in width, and they also provide leverage for the body. So one example of the long bone is the femur. The femur is the longest and strongest bone of the body. It is the thigh bone. The femur also articulates with the hip bone, which forms the hip joint. The humerus. The humerus is the single upper part of the arm. The humerus also articulates with the scapula, which forms the shoulder joint. So those are two examples of the long bones, the humerus and the femur. The second type of bone I will go over are the flat bones. The flat bones are generally thin and curved. They are a point of attachment for muscles, and they also protect internal organs. So the first example of a flat bone I'm going to go over is the cranial. The cranial is the skull. The skull is the structure of the head. It supports the face and it protects the brain. It's subdivided into the facial bones and the brain case or the cranial cavity. And another example of the flat bones are the ribs. The ribs are curved flat bones that contribute to the walls of the thorax. The ribs articulate posteriorly with T1 through T12 of the thorax vertebrae and are mostly attached to the anterior costal cartilage of the sternum. So the rib bones also protect the lungs, the heart, and the internal organs that are inside of the rib cage. So those are example of the flat bones. The short bones are cube-like shaped, approximately equal in length and width and thickness. They provide stability and support while still allowing some movements. So two examples of the flat bones are the carpal and the tarsal. So the carpal are the wrist and the base of the hand. The carpal are divided with a series of 8 small carpal bones. The carpal bones are arranged in 2 rows, forming a proximal row of 4 carpal bones and a distal row of 4 carpal bones. The tarsal bone are the posterior half of the foot and is formed by 7 tarsal bones. The most superior bone is the talus. This has a relatively square shape, upper surface that articulates with the tibia and the fibula and forms the ankle joints. So this is the example of the tarsal bones. These bones right here at the base of the ankle. And the last bone type that I will go over are the irregular bones. Irregular bones are generally complex shaped and they protect internal organs also. So the vertebrae column is an example of irregular bones. This is also known as the spinal cord. It consists of a sequence of vertebrae that are separated and united by the intervertebral disc. It is flexible and it supports the head, neck, and the body, and it also allows movement of the body. So this is the irregular bones of the vertebrae. And another example of the irregular bones are the facial bones. So the facial bones are the bones of the skull. Like, for example, the upper jaw and the lower jaw, the nasal cavity, and the septum and the orbit. The facial bones include 14 bones with 6 paired bones and 2 unpaired bones. Hopefully you enjoyed my video. Thank you so much for watching and have a good night.